What's up, my people? What's up, my people? I'm back, baby. The lyrical genius, Black Titanium, baby, and you are tuned into another episode, baby, of Mental Telepathy's Arena. Here at the Homeless Empire, where we speak up for the youth, the voiceless. Yeah, this is for the sake of the youth, baby. And as you know, this is going to be another hot one. Not going to be what everybody want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm public enemy number one because of these motherfucking bullshit videos. These motherfuckers hate to hear me talking because they hate intelligence. But, as long as they talking about a motherfucker, I'm going to stay relevant. I'm going to speak eloquent. Real talk. So we're going to delve off into the show, man, on the subject matter of the spiritual war. Yeah. See, because a lot of people don't understand the day and time that we in, man. How our physical and spiritual, our souls are being tapped by the spiritual realm. By the spiritual realm, there's a spiritual war declared on the masses. And I have to try to bring about awareness to those who walk about their daily lives. Even though there should be nothing, there's nothing daily about this bullshit. There's nothing normal about the bullshit that's going on now. But a lot of people are oblivious, to the things that are happening to us, the world that we live in. So I have to, bring about a reminder. Because I've made videos about this shit before, man. Truth be told. But a lot of people don't understand. And a lot of people got short-term memory loss. They might hear something, you might tell somebody something right now, and they'll remember that shit for like 3 days because of the digital age. The digital age has made the mind lazy. So these niggas hear something, they remember that shit for about a week, 2. They don't take knowledge and put it up under their belt. They don't take knowledge and put it up under their belt and try to survive with it, man. So anytime I give people knowledge, man, it's like casting pearls among swine, man. Basically. But back to the essence of the conversation, we're going to talk about the spiritual world, man. Real talk. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Truth be told, because I'm going to be, I try to stand up for the truth, even if it be against myself, man. True story. Sometimes I forget about there's a spiritual war declared on me. There's a lot of evil motherfuckers out here. Excuse my language. There's a lot of evil people out here, man. So let me tell you about a recent experience that I had, man. Real talk. One day, just recently, I was in Washington, D.C. Okay? Just chilling. Basically trying to, run around in the struggle, deep out in the trenches. Know what I'm saying? Trying to, woke up in the morning, know what I'm saying, from sleeping where I was sleeping at, man. Wasn't a comfortable position, but who gives a fuck? This is the day and time we living in because this is the destination of the masses. Okay? So I'm running around, I'm going somewhere to take my shower or wash up or whatever. So as I'm going, it's early in the morning, and early in the morning, I gotta make salat. I'm Muslim, I gotta make prayer. So as I'm walking downtown, I'm like kind of late in my prayer. So basically, you have to make that prayer before the next prayer comes in. But on an early morning prayer, you gotta basically be careful with that one because that one, you gotta make that before the sunlight comes up. So I said, you know what? I was far away from my destination. I said, I'm not gonna be able to make it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pray right here and on the street sidewalk in the streets, but not in the middle of the street. Okay, in the street. So I lay all my stuff down. Now I'm downtown Washington, D.C. And my man had one day, the wise brother had once told me, he said, man, that's the evil part. Washington, D.C. is a bunch of evil motherfuckers. The politicians, they eat some evil motherfuckers. They onto that witchcraft shit. So, I remember what he told me, but I really wasn't believing him, truth be told. So as I laid all my stuff down, I go, I get ready, I make preparation to make prayer. But now, mind you, before I started the prayer, before I started my prayer to pray, the birds was chirping. It was peaceful. I mean, at least I thought it was a peaceful environment. Okay? So as I go into my prayer, it was like some trees like 10 feet away from me, and the branches hung out. So as I go into my prayer, two ravens, those black birds, the ravens, two ravens come up in the tree, and as I start my prayer, they start screaming, ah, ah, right? So I'm like, I'm in my prayer, but in my mind I'm saying, no, they just tripping with each other, So as I'm making the prayer, they get louder and louder. It's like they was calling more ravens, and all of a sudden 5 more would show up, and they would get louder. Ah, ah. Now, I'm not thinking that I'm in my mind. I'm not thinking. I'm concentrating on praising God, praising my Lord, trying to seek, the favor of my Lord. But what I don't know at the time, and what I don't understand at the time, is that I'm actually praying. I'm actually making prayer on the devil's playground. And I didn't understand this at the time. Okay? I understood it, but I didn't remember. Because I was so in the rush to make my prayer that I actually forgot what the wise brother had once told me. So as I'm thinking, as I'm praying, 10 more ravens come up. Now they up in the trees, and they going, ah, and it's getting louder and louder. And I'm talking about they getting loud, and I'm the only person out there. No, this ain't a normal encounter. This is an encounter. I'm experiencing an encounter with the spiritual realm. But yet I don't realize it yet. Okay? So now, as I'm going on, and as I'm going on in my prayer, 10 more come, 20 more come, until it's like 50 of them. And they going, ah, ah. But if you're able to think in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, you already know after a while, it comes back to you. And then I realized, I said, these niggas are attacking my prayer. And all of that, all of that turns into words. And basically what they're saying is, nigga, we're talking to you. And no matter how optimistic you try to be, no matter how optimistic I tried to be, nah, they not tripping with me. They got louder and louder, until they reached the peak, and it sounded like it was coming out of a speaker system. And yet, mind you, this was not a normal encounter, because they couldn't have done this had there been somebody else in that, and and on the sidewalk. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's what time, the early morning prayer starts. Okay, and so, but for me, it was like 4:30, and it gets, it gets daylight about five something. So I didn't want to get close to that. So I said, I'm gonna just make it where I'm at. So now they going crazy. It's coming out of a speaker system. And no matter how optimistic I try to be, I was like, man, they not tripping with me. But I can't help but notice, like, because these niggas sound like they right in with my ear, because it sounds like it's coming through a speaker system. I mean, it's just that loud. I'm not making this up. It was just that loud. And to the point where it basically shook my faith. I got so scared that I had to ask myself in the middle. This was in the middle of my prayer. I had to ask myself, I said, damn, do I need to get the hell up? Do I need to get up and get up out of here? What's about to happen here? You feel me? But at this point, I knew that my prayers was being attacked. And I knew that this wasn't a normal encounter. You feel me? So right after I had that thought of saying, damn, should I leave? God came into the picture, and he put me in a calm state, where I went back to a calm state, and I was able to finish the prayer. But mind you, they were still and basically all of that shit turns into words saying, listen, nigga, you praying on motherfucking the devil's playground. You need to get up and take that shit somewhere else. Because anytime you basically pray, that's one of these dumbass niggas with that bullshit. Anytime you pray, they don't like that. Anytime you pray on their territory, on devil's playground, and you bring some godly things into the picture, it's basically like disrespecting them. So what they'll do, they'll attack your soul. This is what a lot of y'all gotta understand. But a lot of people don't understand the spiritual world. They don't understand that the spiritual realm is real. And the hardest war for a person to fight is a war where you cannot see your own enemy. This is what you got to understand. That's the hardest war for a person to fight, is a war where you cannot see your own enemy. I could take a nigga, coming by playing his music or whatever, trying to disrupt the nigga, but that shit nothing. I could jump out of the middle of my prayer and beat the shit out that nigga, or fight that nigga. But when you're dealing with an encounter like that, that's a whole new ball game, because you can't see your enemy. You know what I'm saying? We living in a day and time where they got niggas out here that could basically read minds, because this is the power that the devil gives them. You know what I'm saying? This is the power that the devil was actually giving them. Excuse my, I'm in a little out here in this little hillbilly ass state. But anyway, this is the power that they give these niggas, and basically most of the masses have given in. These niggas have made that pledge to the devil. Most of these niggas are bitch niggas, weak niggas. You feel me? So when niggas illiterate, his mind is weak, they know they're gonna give in to the devil. And this is why I try to bring about awareness to the youth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them ain't gonna listen, because a lot of our youth are in captivity by the wolves that they looking up to. They still caught up in the feel good moment of, nah, nigga, I'm cool, nigga. I'm gangster, nigga. You crazy? Not even realizing, nigga, the game is over. And they still trying to play that role. Real talk. Nah, nigga. What, nigga? I'm G, nigga. You crazy, nigga? I ain't gonna never stop, nigga. Oh, what? Not realizing, man, that God has his wrath upon the earth right now. And you niggas gonna submit willingly or unwillingly. And if you choose to submit unwillingly, you're gonna suffer deeply. I'm talking to the youth, because them old ass niggas, they have reached that point already. These niggas, they trying to mislead everybody else. They already sold out for their money. This is why you see a lot of these niggas driving around in their cars and their motorcycles, trying to blast their music. They trying to have a good time right now because they know, nigga, this shit is over with. A lot of these niggas getting drunk, high, all that shit, because they know it's over with. These niggas know it's over. The white people know this shit is done. But back to the essence of the conversation. We have to pay attention to the spiritual realm, man, because there's been a spiritual war declared on the masses, especially our youth. Especially our youth, man, who have no fathers, you know what I'm saying? Who have no fathers to give them guidance and stuff like that. See, one thing you gotta understand, you ain't gotta, a nigga out here don't have a father for guidance. As long as you got the right type of grown-ups around you, old, wise people around you that could give you knowledge, you still gonna get that guidance. See, but what happened is that a lot of these black mothers are basically corrupting their children, and what they do, they teach them, they drag their kid. First of all, they drag their children through the mud and throw them into the hands of their own enemies. This is what they do. And in the process, through their actions, they teach their kid to run from discipline all their lives. They teach their children to run from discipline. This is what just happened to that girl who got arrested on the train in New York, and she had a kid with her. Because the mothers teach the kid through their actions to run from discipline all their lives, telling the kid, nigga, I ain't listening to them, nigga, you crazy? It ain't even got, the discipline don't mean a nigga saying, yo, you better do this, you better go ahead, you better do this, you gonna have to do this today. No, that ain't the type of discipline I'm talking about. I'm talking about a discipline where you could have a person who could care about your well-being and tell you to do something right. A lot of these black women, you could be in the car with them. This is how bad, basically, they hate themselves. A black man could be in a car with them and say, listen, that's a brick wall right there. Don't run into that. And just to spite you. This is how they run from discipline. Just to spite you, they'll run into that wall, knowing that she's gonna kill herself and kill both of y'all. But because of the fact that they running from discipline, they don't want no nigga to tell them what to do. Because all of these rapo pedophile ass niggas, have corrupted them, have helped the system fuck over their minds. Yeah, have helped the system fuck over their minds. So now they're so bitter that in spite of these same black motherfuckers, these rapo pedophile ass niggas, they now fucking over their children. Real talk. So the mothers are teaching the kids through their actions to run from discipline. So now these kids is growing up, when they stay, they're knowing that they're growing up with secret resentments towards their mothers. So most children love their mothers. They're not going do their mother wrong, because their mother is their lifeline. So what they do, they channel that negative energy out into the world. So when they see a person my age or older, they disrespect them, because they was taught through the actions not to respect their elders. When I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, your mother would beat the crap out of you if she heard that you disrespected a grown up. Real talk. They taught my moms, the rest of them, even no matter how they was living, you better respect whatever they say, as long as it's within reason. You feel me? You could be 50 miles away from home, an old man, and say, listen, little nigga, don't run across that street, man. Stay right there until that light change. And you know what we say? Yes, sir. Now, you tell a nigga that now, they look at you, nigga, and be ready to go get some more niggas to kill your ass. Real talk. They go get some more niggas and come back and try to, and just straight up be trying to disrespect your ass. Because they sit up in the living room and they listen to their mothers talk about you. And so they can't, so now that as they come disrespectful to their elders, what they do, they gravitate away from knowledge. The real knowledge that they could have got, the real guidance that they could have got from somewhere else. So they end up looking to these niggas on the block, looking up to these niggas on the block that ain't teaching them nothing. And it's basically a case of the blind leading the blind. Real talk. And this is what opens a lot of our youth up to being possessed by, a lot of these kids running around now, man, is being possessed. Their mothers are helping them get possessed by the Jezebel spirits and all type of evil sex demons and all type of shit, man, going on out here. Man, it's an evil world out here right now. You have to be aware of your spiritual, of the spiritual the next realm, man. Real talk. You have to be aware of the next realm and what's about to happen, because what's about to come into play, man. They setting up the stage for the Antichrist, man. That's coming, and all this evil shit is going on because they honoring that they're trying to make a mockery of God, and they're honoring the Antichrist to show their pledge to him right now. This is why I'm trying to bring about awareness, man. Because like that experience that I just told you about that I encountered, that was not a normal experience, because I don't usually experience evil things like that to that nature, because God has always blessed me with the gift of prayer. So I've always been able to pray it away before it got too big and detrimental to me. You feel me? But that little experience right there, like, kind of shook me. It caught me totally off guard, first of all. It caught me totally off guard to the point where I actually forgot about God. You know, you ever had something like that happen to you? It just catch you totally off guard and you forget. And first thing you're supposed to do is remember your Lord and pray and try to pray it away. I got prayers, I got prayers that I could have said to pray all that away. But we have to remember our spiritual realm. No, we got to understand the day that we living in, our souls are being attacked day in and day out. That's if you're one of the righteous and you're seeking the favor of your Lord. Like I said, a lot of these niggas have already given in. The devil don't even have to touch them no more, man. Once he know that he got you, he just leave them alone, man. Let them niggas get their little cars, their little jobs. Let them do what they do, man. But somebody like me that's always thinking about God, that's always trying to pray, my soul is going to be attacked all the time. Your soul is going to be attacked all the time if you're one of those people, man. And you have to always be aware of that. The devil is persistent, a persistent rebel, and he won't ever stop attacking your soul. And neither will his followers, man. Because his most jealous moments are when you on your knees seeking the favor of your Lord. Real talk. His most jealous moments are when you're on your knees seeking the favor of your Lord. And this is what we have to understand. So my thing is, man, you got to ask yourself, what team are you on? What team are you on? Are you team devil, or are you team God? This is what you have to ask yourself, because there are no in-betweens. There's no such thing as sitting up saying, man, I'm just neutral, man. I'm just living my life. Because if you're that type of person, most likely you're going to be victimized by these very same evil people. They have no mercy on niggas like that. Especially, they have no mercy on a weak-minded people who are basically atheists and pagans. They have no mercy on them niggas, man. They cast spells on them niggas all the time. Like I said, a lot of these kids out here being possessed. Real talk. When you see these niggas doing the shit that they do, the niggas that they killing and the shit that they doing, you think that shit is done within their right mind state? Nah, that's because them niggas, spells been cast on them niggas, man. Them niggas are cast, demons are riding them niggas, man. A lot of that shit, the nigga can run up and kill his mother and kill his sister and kill, she killed, all of this shit that's going on, man, niggas is being possessed. A lot of these youth out here are possessed by demons and they don't even know it. A lot of these women out here possessed by Jezebel spirits don't even know it. Most people that get possessed don't know that they're possessed. That's the whole thing about it. Most of them who get possessed don't know that they are possessed. You see a lot of these black women who run around cursing, they be jealous all the time, trying to sabotage. They're possessed by the Jezebel spirit and don't understand the traits of the Jezebel spirit. They don't understand the traits. So they don't understand that you carrying out those same traits. That means you're in possession of the Jezebel spirit. And a lot of these chicks, what they do, they'll go to these Jamaican niggas, these Puerto Rican niggas, know what I'm saying, these African and Arab niggas who practice that shit, and they'll try to get them to cast a spell on their husbands or their boyfriend. They use that shit to keep their husbands and their boyfriend in check. Like, so he won't cheat, so they'll be in love, so he'll sit by while she go out and fuck other people. Yeah. This is how the women want their men. They'll claim that they want a man, but they don't want a man. They want a boy they want a man that's they want a little boy that's trapped in a grown man's body. Real talk. Because if they get anything that sound like a man, they straight up run. Real talk. They straight up run. Unless it's one of them rape or pedophile niggas, they'll stick around and let that nigga beat their ass or whatever. Get a nigga all their money and shit. Real talk. But that's a whole nother video. We'll get into that, man. But my thing is back to the spiritual world, man. The hardest war for a person to fight is a war where you cannot see your own enemies, man. The physical means nothing. Like I said, if somebody was interrupting my prayer when I was out there praying, and they was a physical person, I could have jumped up out my prayer and just, tagged his ass. I had people do that before, man. Because people are just that evil. They think that, I'm one of the Muslims that, basically won't whoop their ass. I catch it all the time like that because, you got so many coward ass sellouts that they think that you're one of them niggas when they encounter you. You got so many coward ass motherfucking sellout ass Muslims out here that they think that when they run into you, they think that you one of them Muslims that won't do nothing if they come to you and blast. I had a nigga come up to me and blast his walkie-talkie. This was a security guard. This nigga blast his walkie-talkie in my ear while I'm praying. I jumped up, man. I'm about to try to smash on this nigga. This nigga started running. He get on his walkie-talkie and call the police. Yeah, that's the type of shit they'll do. Because, like I said, Shaitan's most jealous moments, the devil's most jealous moments are when you're on your knees seeking the favor of your Lord. They don't like that. Especially if you're in their territory praying, and the territory is an evil territory. Oh yeah, they're gonna try to get at your soul. They're gonna attack your prayers. But that's just a little food for thought, to the youth, man. Because it's the youth that's going to inherit the things that's about to come. And what you're about to start seeing is not going to be nothing normal. Just like at that encounter that I had with those ravens, that was nothing normal, man. That was nothing normal. That was a whole different spiritual realm. That was a realm from the other side of the world. Real talk. So with that being said, man, you got to understand what's going on in your day and time, man. I can't tell nobody what to do, but for those who listen, man, I hope you really listen. And I hope you pass this knowledge on to others, like you're supposed to, because that's what knowledge is made for. But with that being said, remember one thing, man. Be careful what type of media you listen to. Whether it's the news, social media, or just somebody whispering in your ear. Because it can have you hating the oppressed and loving those who are doing the oppressing. And with that being said, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Check me out at www.reverb, that's REVERB, nation.com/performing art. Performing art. And with that being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And thank you for your love. Peace. I'm out.